Scoreless game here. And a beautiful night for soccer here in the area. Angling ball now near side. And for Talon Dobson. Tyler Guerrero.
Well dealt with there from Guerrero.
Now Paredes will send it near side. And Malala takes a whack from behind, and it'll be a free kick, as coming in was Vincent Radel. It'll be a free kick here for the Blue Greens.
Clumsy foul there, Matt. Really no need for it. You've got numbers up. There's really no reason to foul there. Honestly, I thought Paredes kind of let Sioux Falls off the hook when he decided to go long rather than just playing through Guerrero. But to panic and foul there, I mean, just kind of gives away your numbers up advantage.
Here's Miranda now. Oliveira. Liam Pritchard now will take it wide. Pritchard for the Blue Greens, bending it over the top. Now Magalhaes trying to come in. This one will be popped up in the air. And it'll come out now for a blue-green throw. Tyler Guerrero will go quickly. Luis Vergara. And he'll switch it to the far side of the field now for Miranda.
That's the second ball that Vergara is kind of shorted, Matt. I think he just needs to get used to the width, like we said.
And it's a bit wider than Walt Hunting Stadium. Is this one now crossed in? Malala. As it's cleared away near side. Tabo Malala. Tyler Guerrero. Oliveira now playing it back. Vergara. Magalhaes. Malala now trying to step through. Tabo Malala. I mean, good job to keep that ball in. Now Vergara. Left-footed switch now for Teddy Miranda. Magalhaes calling for it as he comes into the 18. Instead, he'll go outside for Pritchard. And a ball through the middle. Oliveira. Pritchard. And he has it taken off of his foot now on that far side.
Matt, that's another one where I'd like to see Teddy Miranda just take that first touch, again, more threatening touch, right? So when he gets on that ball off the switch, I'd like to see him take the first touch diagonally in toward goal and collect that fullback with him. And that's going to allow Liam Pritchard to just stay essentially unmarked out in the channel. But he takes his first touch in more of a safety touch and almost toward the outside and toward Pritchard and almost kind of dribbles into him. And it just, again, those are the little nuances that I want to see them kind of sharpen up here in the last quarter of their season.
We're more than a quarter of an hour into this first half. Colin Burke now will play it through the middle. We'll switch it near side now, Vincent Radel. Now it's Tom Hooper. And he'll swing it far side now for the Thunder.
Matt, I'm a bit surprised that Sioux Falls didn't change their shape really at all. They're still in that kind of 3-5-2 system. What they have done, though, is it looks like number 30 here, Dobson on the outside, has essentially gone further up the pitch. His starting position is much higher now with the ball. But you'll watch them defensively, and they almost become a 5-back immediately in transition defensively.
Now we'll have a throw here for the Thunder. It'll be taken by Talon Dobson, one of the two Dobsons on the field, the other being Trace, who is a longtime member of the Sioux Falls squad. Now turning, here's A.J. Bowman, and that one will go out of play.
Yeah, again, I like the idea to release Dobson higher, put his starting position higher, and try to keep Guerrero a little bit more pinned back. But again, I'm just a bit surprised that Sioux Falls has elected to not change their system at all. Going up a man here.
Coming inside, and then off of his line was Aramendia, and he'll grab that one off the turf.
Matt, I'd like to see Felipe running in behind the back line. You think of him as a number 9 and maybe almost like wanting to play in sort of a false 9 type of a formation, but or role. But he's not opposed to making the run in behind the back line. And he's not known for his speed, but he's not slow either.
No. I think he's kind of deceptively quick. That's one of the things I think I've noticed from watching him play the last couple of years is he doesn't look like he'd be the most pacey player, but he does get to where he needs to go.
Yeah, absolutely. Matt, big shout out right now, Sean Morgan into the stadium, and I do see Jake Starling that just entered the stadium.
Oh, there you go. A couple of Duluth FC. I guess the club is it really time to call them legends? Is it too soon for that?
Oh, man, I've been calling Jake Starling a legend since I think maybe his rookie year here.
Yeah, he certainly has etched his. Yeah, there he is down below now, just walking into the building. Jake Starling, all-time leader in appearances for Duluth FC. Yep, and he is looking like he's enjoying himself here. Big smile on his face as this ball into the 18, and it'll be grabbed on a hop here by Paredes, and now he'll roll it to the outside.
Looks like Starling's already got a Earth Rider brew in hand.
It does indeed.
Not surprised to see that. One of the cool things about hosting here in Superior now, Matt, is that they are allowed to do beer sales, and so Earth Rider got first crack here and is serving cold ones to the fans.
And there indeed is. Here's A.J. Bowman now. Ball through the middle. Now here's Oliveira trying to step through, and this one will come forward. Now Guerrero will run that one down from behind. Lima trying to go toward the goal. That one taken away, and now Vergara to the far side. Now here's Miranda. Teddy Miranda coming forward now. Plays it all the way to that far wing. Here's Liam Pritchard. Jake Starling's successor as captain of the Blue Greens will play it all the way back now for Mark Donaldson, and now they'll swing it near side.
Matt, and again, I mean, just big shoes to fill, and Jake Starling as a captain. But if you're going to find somebody to take over that role, I really feel like they have the right guy in Liam Pritchard. Terrific player. A great leader, and just, anytime you get a chance to talk to him, just a fantastic young man as well. Still not sold on the mustache, Matt, but otherwise.
I think that might be a work in progress. That's one of those things I think with Jake that you sort of talk to him about like every so often here.
Well, his host dad, T.J. Young, also sporting the mustache in support of Liam.
Yeah, he said he was only going to wear it, I think, at the beginning of the year, and then it just kind of stuck. That was kind of one of the things he told me, I remember in preseason, was that he was he wasn't quite sure about keeping it, and he has kept it pretty much all summer.
Well, Matt, that's the thing about a mustache, right? Like, you don't know if you like it, but it does start to grow on you.
That is all very true.
There's my dad joke for the night.
Yeah,
you're all welcome.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say that's the joke of a coach with 3 daughters, folks. Here's Mark Donaldson now, switching the field near side. Here's Vergara.
I got more when you're ready, Matt. There's Felipe coming off the line, like we said, trying to be that false 9, and he's going to have to do a little bit more of that. Obviously, just being down a man, he's going to have to fill that kind of like that attacking center mid role at times, but. It can't come at the expense of somebody else getting higher and filling that space above him. Good job there from Tobias Gerber to overlap.
Now Pritchard, his ball forward, that one intercepted. Donaldson now for the Blue Greens. And despite being down a man, they've had a lot of the possession here so far, Coach, as we're nearing the halfway point of this first half.
Yeah, and you see what Guerrero is doing now, Matt, is he's playing almost like an inverted fullback. You see him actually inside of where Joao is in the channel, and you see him almost tucked up underneath Felipe there. And it's a different look to show Sioux Falls, and I love the idea here from Coach Pazzo.
Donaldson now for Malala. Back for Mark Donaldson. And like I said, so much width on this pitch. Mentioned it a couple times before, 74 yards in width here at Superior Choice Credit Union Stadium, and Duluth FC so far. We'll spread it out a bit here.
Again, Matt, I'm a bit surprised Sioux Falls is not committing more numbers forward, just being up a man. When you're up a man for 83 minutes in a game, which is, without another red card, what this would end up being.
And that's just a straight-up takedown from behind now by Gabriel Lima, and now he's going to get a yellow card, or at least I think Tom Hooper's going to get the yellow card.
Yeah, Matt, the yellow card came out immediately. I don't think there was intention there when he kicked the ball, but it went straight into Joao's head, and I think probably just a smart call by the official to try to keep a lid on any kind of flaring tempers.
So other than the red card to Sereno, that's our only other card of the ball game. Comes in the 22nd, 23rd minute.
But Matt, what I was saying is, with Duluth being down a man, you would think Sioux Falls would want to start to see more possession, and they're not going to see more possession if they don't start committing numbers forward off the ball to try to win it back.
I'm kind of surprised they haven't employed more of a high press.
Yeah, well, and I think what it's going to do is, if you're up a man for 83 minutes, like you should be a team that kind of wins out in terms of fitness in the end and has to put fewer miles on your legs. But if Duluth is going to keep enjoying that much possession, it's going to be Sioux Falls that's actually putting more miles on their legs throughout the game. So
now Guerrero will go back. Here's Vergara into the middle. Tobias Gerber now for the Blue Greens. That one off the back of a Sioux Falls player. Gerber will track back toward midfield and play near side for Vergara.
Yeah, he wanted to go to Pritchard there, but he really kind of telegraphed that pass. I think his second touch let him down, Matt, where he was actually trying to get it through on his second touch.
Malala now crossing it in as Guerrero over the top of Oliveira. And the Thunder will play it to the far side of the field. Nick North over there for Sioux Falls against Donaldson. Donaldson able to win it. Now taken off his foot by Lima.
And Matt, that's what will prevent a guy like Felipe from really becoming that true number 9 presence. Is he's not great in the air, right? So like a ball like that even just to challenge for it just isn't really in his wheelhouse. But his creativity and the way that he can break lines, Matt, that's what he'll be known for, and that's what they're going to try to use here as the game wears on.
Vergara now for Magalhaes. Joao Magalhaes. Very good one-on-one players, Magalhaes. Trying to get it back for Oliveira. Hit him in the backside, and now Duluth FC again. Here is Vergara now looking to switch. Instead, he'll go near side for Oliveira. Felipe Oliveira. Cleared right back for Vergara. Now Malala. Outside now Pritchard. Liam Pritchard with the move. Comes in, gets a shot away. That one is going to be saved by Arab Mendia, and he'll now smother it. Good look there, though, from Liam Pritchard, the captain, coming in, making a bid for his 4th goal of the campaign.
Boy, he struck that one sweetly, didn't he, Matt?
He did indeed.
He got all of that. Well, and you see what's happened, Matt, is they've set up more of this triangle here on the left side between Joao, Guerrero, and Felipe, and it's pulled numbers over to this side, kind of the side right in front of us. And what that's done is it's really allowed Liam to be much more in that 1v1 in the far channel, and that's, if you're Sioux Falls, that's a matchup you do not want to see repeatedly, right?
Yeah, they're going to give Liam Pritchard that much space. He will take advantage of it. He's always looking to attack.
Well, Matt, he's so technical, but, man, he is rapid as well.
He is very pacey. We talked about that before, Coach. The Blue Greens have kind of played him around a little bit. Played some center forward this year, played a 9 role a couple times. But he is a true winger in his skill set and very comfortable, especially on that right side. That's where he's played the wing for Duluth FC for most of his 3 years here.
Good dummy there from Tabo. Well done.
Now Guerrero. Back, here's Magalhaes. Joao Magalhaes coming forward. A little bit of a heavy touch there. Now taken back here by Vincent Radel. And now the Thunder unable to do much with it, and it'll be a throw out for the Blue Greens.
Well, and this is what I like to see from Duluth right now is it's not been just the same kind of attack. 3 sequences down. It's been 3 different attempts. One has been, like I said, that triangle here on the left side. One has been a big ball over in the isolation with Liam on the far side. And now one trying to just kind of work it up through the middle of the field. And I think that variance in the way that they're attacking and probing here, Matt, I really like to see from Duluth.
Duluth FC again with the majority of possession here despite being down a man. Now here's Pritchard. Pritchard cutting inside. Leaves it off now Malala. He'll continue it on. Switching it near side. Here's Tyler Guerrero. Guerrero taking it wide now on the left foot. Looking to get across. Into the air, headed down. Now Oliveira. Back for Gerber. Gerber with the shot attempt, and that one hits traffic. Finds its way back now for Vergara. Now Malala's ball into the middle. And cleared near side. Here's Trace Dobson. And now there's a ball tackled away. Magalhaes. Guerrero. And now back for Vergara. And the Blue Greens will reset here.
Matt, that's twice now that Guerrero's gotten to the byline and then cut back with a ball in the air that's beaten the goalkeeper across the box. They're going to need to find somebody that's going to be able to finish on that. And I don't know who that, again, that just sort of big presence in the box is going to be on a header.
Now, J.J. Oyabamaji not in the lineup tonight, Coach. He's got good size. He's about 6'2", 6'3", but played the last two for Duluth FC. Now here's Paredes.
Yeah, and a little bit of a mishit there from Paredes, but does the job, right? I mean, all he's got to do is just essentially disrupt the play so that number 10, Noah, can't get onto it, and essentially just gives time for Duluth to get numbers back, because they have got all 9 of their field players right now, I mean, really up in the front 40 yards of the field.
And there's Donaldson now. Duluth FC going to try the right side this time with Pritchard. In the middle now, Tobias Gerber's got some space. Gerber, ball to the outside, hit traffic. And now the Thunder coming forward. Malala trying to run back now against Nick North.
Good recovery run there from Tabo.
Now Malala playing him defensively.
But again, Matt, I mean, it's a 1v3. That's all the numbers that Sioux Falls had sent forward on that counter attempt.
They seem to be somewhat nervous about Duluth FC's speed on the wing, and
rightfully so, right?
Right.
I don't blame them for that.
Liam Pritchard. As this ball now to the far side, overhit the intended recipient, Tom Hooper. Miranda will get there first, and it'll be a Duluth FC throw. At least it should be, and it will be. Toss comes in now, Malala. And Miranda will go all the way back now, and here's Donaldson. Trying to switch it near side. Second ball finds its way now for Vergara. Magalhaes. Here's that high press now that we were kind of anticipating earlier. And a foul going to be called now on Bowman. It's kind of one of those fouls, too, that really isn't necessary there.
Yeah, again, Matt, there's, those are the things that infuriate you as a coach, where you've got somebody turn back to their own goal. You've pressed them well, but you let the team out by fouling. Really, they were in no danger of being countered had he gotten out of it. I think just try to defend him straight up and see if he can't nip one off. Great combination there.
Yeah, here's Richard now, shot right through the box. Getting his hands to it was Aramendia. Now near side, here's Magalhaes for the Blue Greens. Back post, Pritchard trying to head it back. Popped up in the air. Pritchard in an offside position, so he can't play it. Now it's Miranda.
Well done there from Teddy Miranda.
And that'll be a foul, and it should be a free kick now for the Blue Greens.
It has to be a card too, Matt.
And another yellow card here. You can actually say Duluth FC controlling things here, Coach, despite being down a player.
Absolutely, Matt.
And Miranda took that one. It's hard for us to tell from this angle, but I'm wondering if the studs were up on that one.
100% they were, Matt. Yeah. And I'll say this too, like, well done from Miranda. And he's a guy, again, I've been a little bit critical of just, some of those safety touches that he's taken. In that one, you see what happens when he goes straight with his first touch toward goal. He forces the issue, right, and picks up a foul, and it's going to hurt a bit, but puts one of the defenders on a yellow card, and I want to see more of that from Teddy. So well done on his part.
And Miranda, as we're into the 32nd minute, about to go into the 33rd minute here.
Matt, I'm just taking a peek out at the crowd here, and I'm not seeing a lot of open seats.
No, it's
great crowd out there.
Like I said, very festive atmosphere.
And that not a red? Not go anywhere near the ball. Obvious retaliation.
And it'll now be a free kick here for the Blue Greens. As Miranda now up. And walking it off here, it'll be a free kick here coming up. Looks like Pritchard will stand over here for the Blue Greens. Duluth FC with 5 players in the 18-yard area. That'll leave Malala and Donaldson back. While Gerber stands on top. Vergara also has joined the play here. Pritchard floating one up into the middle. Vergara getting his head to it, and that one will go wide. And it'll be a goal kick here coming up for Aymar Aramendia. The starting keeper here for Sioux Falls. 34th minute here. If you're just joining us, Duluth FC has been down a man for about the last 27 minutes here. 26, 27 minutes. Early red card against Juan Sereno. And the Blue Greens have been playing 10 on 11, but gave a nice accounting of themselves here thus far. Have more shots and more possession than the Thunder despite being down a man. In the meantime, now Sioux Falls trying to come forward. Bowman's ball now to the outside. They'll now play it near side for Princeton Radel. And this ball through the middle now. Bowman trying to turn with it. Dispossessed now by Duluth FC, and Vergara will pick it up. Duluth FC will reset now. Vergara, Guerrero, Malala, Magalhaes. To the outside now here is Teddy Miranda. And Miranda now coming forward. Magalhaes. Vergara. Oliveira now checking back. Inside flick now, Magalhaes. Joao Magalhaes now avoiding a couple of players. Turns and gets a shot away, and it rides high and wide. Very nifty individual with the ball at his feet is Joao Magalhaes, and you saw it there, Coach.
Matt, I've become a huge fan of his throughout the summer here, and again, I think we were both very critical of him in his opener. I mean, obviously, he missed the pen, was a little bit reckless in a few challenges after that.
Since then, he's been very, I would say, composed for the most part this season. He was angry in the postgame, as you recall, Coach. We went down on the field, and he was, despite Duluth FC getting the win that night, he was not a happy camper when we saw him walk off.
And you don't blame him, and you love to see that kind of passion from a player. But, Matt, he's really grown into this team over the summer and has really become, I think, a big piece of what Duluth is trying to do.
Ball over the top now. Paredes trying to measure it and did a nice job there. Nick North was trying to run under that one for the Thunder, but as I said, well read there by Paredes, and now here come the Blue Greens again. Here's Miranda.
Matt, do you think when Paredes ran the half marathon this morning, do you think he thought we may play down a man for 86 minutes in this game?
Probably not. That would be my guess.
And I'm going to have to be off my line and do that much more running today?
Thankfully, Duluth FC's had plenty of possession here so far, so he hasn't had to do a lot of running so far, but that sweeper-keeper position is – he likes to play with the ball. We've seen that in his UWS career as well. He doesn't mind playing it with his feet.
Matt, to be 22 years old again and to be able to run a half marathon and then play a full soccer match later that evening, I don't have that kind of energy in the tank anymore.
I'm younger than you or older than you, and I don't either. So here's Gerber now. Switching it near side. Pritchard. Trying to take it wide now. Liam Pritchard. Ball through the middle, and now here's another one, and that's going to be a...
Matt, that needs to be another foul called, and that needs to be a card. It's extremely late.
Yeah, but it's going to be a foul called on Mason Koch on that far side, and it'll be another free kick here coming up. You get the sense that some of these players from Sioux Falls getting a little bit reckless maybe with the challenges here.
Yeah, Matt, I don't want to keep harping on it, but, I mean, to see a red card brandished in the 7th minute by comparison to some of these fouls that have been called for yellows.
Yeah, foul. I mean, yeah, that was... Well, if the Duluth FC keeps playing like this, you get the sense that there probably will be a second yellow award to somebody, especially if...
Has to be.
Yeah, Sioux Falls keeps...
And if it goes 10v10, Matt, I mean, obviously that plays massively into Duluth's favor.
The 216s Vergara and Trace Dobson having a moment in the box, just giving each other a little bit of a head nod and a little bit of a side hug. We'll see that real often, but Pritchard now will play it on the deck into the 18. Now cleared away. Tobias Gerber will run it down here for the Blue Greens, and he'll play it back now for Donaldson, who's the lone man back.
Yeah, with the ball placement there, Matt, I think he was maybe hoping that Tobias was actually going to check harder to that ball, and it looks like maybe Gerber just missed his cue on that.
Malala over the top, trying to release Oliveira, and Aramendia now will grab it. We have about 7 minutes plus change here this opening half, and FC, despite being down a man, like we said earlier, Coach, playing very well right now for the most part. Really can't find too many holes in their game thus far. Really have not allowed the Thunder to do much of anything, and there's another one airmailed to the far side. It'll be a throw here now for the Blue Greens. Liam Pritchard had a really good look earlier on. Vergara off a corner kick headed one wide.
Well, Matt, I think if anybody really deserves sort of massive credit here in the first half, I would say the fullbacks for Duluth FC, because really that's what Sioux Falls is trying to do, is trying to release, again, those players high into the channels. And Duluth has just said, we're not going to bring any more numbers back. We're going to trust Guerrero and Teddy on the outsides, and that's allowed them to really play like they're still in an 11v11 match. And so, again, I think huge credit to the fullbacks for stepping up and just really playing shutdown defense in the channels. And huge credit to Mark Donaldson as well to go from, his night started out, he was going to be the 6, sort of in that CDM position, and within 4 minutes that changed, and he's played the center back, and honestly, Matt, you wouldn't even noticed kind of any difference. So huge credit to him for making that change, and I think really just kind of covering for Duluth as they've been down a man here for almost the entire first half.
There's Donaldson getting his head to that ball. Now Teddy Miranda. He'll switch it now, near side. Here's Tyler Guerrero, who's made some nice runs up the left side so far in this opening half. Now Vergara, bending ball, far side, and that one will be cleared away. It'll be a throw now for the Blue Greens, as we're about to go into the 41st minute of this scoreless draw thus far.
Matt, look at how far inverted Teddy Miranda is right now. I mean, he's playing almost as a left midfielder. He's on the ball here, but he's a right fullback. And again, I love to see that tactical change from Coach Tomas in the Blue Greens here.
Malala now leaving it. Here's Donaldson. Mark Donaldson for the Blue Greens. Back outside now. Here's Pritchard. Liam Pritchard. High ball now will come near side. Left it a little bit short for Guerrero. It'll be headed near side. Now Vergara, who's had a lot of touches in this first half, has Luis Vergara. Not necessarily a bad thing. The native of Santiago, Chile. Now Pritchard. Playing forward. Magalhaes. Ooh. He had a better touch on that one. He would have had a great look at goal.
Yeah, I think Woods just got a shoelace on it there, Matt, and kind of steered it off course. Well done for him to stretch out and get to that ball. But like you said, Joao had an opportunity there.
Here's Paredes now, and he'll send it wide now for Guerrero. Tyler Guerrero, who plays his college soccer at Oklahoma Wesleyan. Several Oklahoma Wesleyan players on this blue-green team here in 2025. Here's another one of them, and Luis Vergara sending it to the far side. Now Donaldson. Nice ball to the outside. Now here's Pritchard. Pritchard trying to play it on the deck. Didn't get it in the air. I think he was trying to maybe get a hard low cross, not maybe along the turf.
Yeah, I think he was aiming to get that kind of that hip height slotted ball, Matt.
For Oliveira, who has been playing the 9 so far. He's been playing the target forward role here. Here's Gerber. Guerrero. Guerrero now crossing it in. Pritchard. Malala. Miranda. Crossing it in. And cleared away now by the Thunder. Now Malala will take it back.
Matt, Duluth is just outworking Sioux Falls at this point.
And if you're the coach, if you're John Hikari, you're probably not very happy about that. Here's the turn and the shot, and that one just wide by Miranda, and it took some deflection. And it will be a corner kick now coming up here for the Blue Greens.
Teddy Miranda has made me a big believer so far tonight, Matt. Like I said, I've been a bit critical of him on air a couple times, and he's having a great night. And again, I just think as he's, kind of received some of those coaching points, his starting position is much better. You just see the confidence rising with him right now.
Corner kick coming up. Looks like it's going to be Vergara that'll take it, or is it Magalhaes? No, Vergara's in the box, so it's going to be Joao Magalhaes taking it near side flag here on the right foot. Bending ball from Magalhaes, and going up and heading it just wide was Miranda, and it's going to take another deflection, but there he is again.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was Woods or Burke who got a touch on that, Matt. But I think if they don't, I think that's going goal. Certainly, it's testing the goalkeeper.
Miranda, and of course the game-winning goal against Minnesota Blizzard in their first matchup this season. Across the bridge at Walt Hunting Stadium. Is this one now punched wide again?
Yep, that'll be another corner, Matt.
Yeah, Guerrero was going to get to that first before Aramendia had to come off of his line and punch that out. Now we'll try it from the other side.
Matt, and I think actually Aramendia may have whiffed on that ball. I don't know that he got a touch on it. I think it was actually the center back coming back. And
okay.
Yeah. And if I'm Duluth, I'm taking note of that.
Yeah, absolutely. As now here is Richard now lining it up. About to enter the 45th minute of this first half. Here's Pritchard. Ball to the back post, and another corner kick upcoming, as this time Aramendia has to just slap it over the end line there, over the bar, and Duluth FC wearing out the corner flags here, Coach.
Yeah, what a coolly crafted ball there from Liam Pritchard to take that on an outswinging corner kick, but to keep it, to hug the end line as the way he did.
Magalhaes will take this one. Low line drive this time. Miranda popping it into the air. Tried to do a bit of a circus kick that time to Teddy Miranda. And grabbed here by Aramendia. And this time he's going to just wait for his teammates to get forward before he tries to play it out.
Didn't quite make contact the way he wanted to. But again, you can just see the confidence right now with Teddy. Like I said, Matt, he's made a believer out of me tonight. And
he's been playing very well since the first week of the season.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be a great storyline if he was the one that broke the scoring deadlock here?
Back in the middle now, here's Colin Burke. Magalhaes now putting pressure on. Now a turnover. Here's Malala. Tabo Malala. Guerrero back into the middle, and that one will be cleared away. But Duluth FC with sort of a makeshift high press.
Yeah.
Able to turn that ball over.
Tabo read that so well, Matt.
Now Guerrero trying to get to it and trying to turn and go with it. Now here's Hooper, and it'll come right back for Donaldson as we're now in extra time here. Wouldn't think there'd be more than a minute or so.
Well, the game was stopped for 3 or 4 minutes on the conversation between
It's
the
true.
AR and the center ref on that red card. Red
Oh,
card
no.
in hand quotes here, Matt.
Yeah, that one again. That's to say that was a questionable call would be an understatement. And I don't want to say too many bad words, but it wasn't even that hard of a foul by Sereno, and they decided that they needed to give a red card in the 7th minute on basically the first action of the game, and Duluth FC's been playing a man down ever since. Nevertheless, the Blue Greens have been controlling the action here. And here's Pritchard now, back at midfield. It's Donaldson. Magalhaes coming back toward midfield to get a touch here. Now Miranda. And like I said, Coach Tomas Pazzo now moving players around.
Yeah, he's allowed them to really just take a lot of liberties, Matt, and I love to see it.
Now Oliveira. Felipe Oliveira now. Miranda to the far side. Vergara rising up for it. And now they'll just pump it long here. You know, the way this half has been going, you would think it's almost Sioux Falls that's down a man here.
Right.
With the way that they've played. They've been playing everybody behind the ball. Haven't really put any kind of high press on, and the one time they did, they committed a foul, and it was a free kick, and the Blue Greens came out, and they really haven't done it since. Now Miranda.
Well, Matt, I think this is some of the optimism, the belief that Coach Pazzo was talking about where, they didn't concede a goal early in this game, but obviously lost a player, and it hasn't changed, the way Duluth has wanted to attack. It hasn't changed their belief and the way they've grown into the game, and so again, I think those are all good signs for a team going into the season here.
Now Gerber trying to head that ball forward. Now Oliveira taking possession. Now Malala. Taba Malala. Outside now Liam Pritchard. Pritchard measuring it. Liam Pritchard for the Blue Greens. This time he gets stood up. That's Mason Koch, who, by the way, is playing on a yellow card, and that'll be a foul call now on Liam Pritchard.
Matt, how much is Liam Pritchard enjoying having that 6 to 8 extra yards of width?
Yeah, I think he was looking forward to playing on this field as much as anybody. I talked to Peter Pearson a few weeks ago, and he was talking about the opportunity to play on this field and how much he was looking forward to it. And Liam Pritchard told me basically the same thing. They've been training on this field off and on basically since May, depending on the situation. And there's the first half whistle. But going back to that thought, Coach, Liam Pritchard very much was looking forward to playing on it, and he's definitely played a first half where he looks like he's enjoying it. And he's pretty fired up as he walks off the field here, it looks like. So 45 minutes in the books, no score here. Blue Green's playing 10 on 11. That's the big subplot here of this first 45 minutes. But Duluth FC also with the vast majority of possession and the bulk of the chances as well. And it sets up what could be a very interesting second 45 minutes here at Superior Choice Credit Union Stadium.
Yeah, Matt, and it'll be interesting to see what they do in the second half. I think this will change a little bit of the game plan here at halftime, and I'll be interested to see what Duluth does in terms of substitutions. Do they kind of roll with the 10 that they've got out there right now, or do they try to opt for fresh legs at some point and just really kind of try to keep dampening down what Sioux Falls is trying to do?
So 45 minutes in the books here. Your score: Duluth FC nothing, Sioux Falls Thunder FC nothing. And with that, we will take a extended audio break before we come back in about 15 minutes for the start of the second half of this MPSL North Conference contest between the Blue Greens and the Thunder. That's coming up, like I said, in about 15 minutes. This is Duluth FC Soccer on the iFan Sports Network.
At Volkswagen of Duluth, we do things differently. Our no-commission sales team helps you find the perfect fit, pressure-free. With transparent video maintenance, you'll always know what your vehicle needs. The all-electric VW Buzz brings retro style with modern tech, while the 2025 Taos is perfect for city streets and weekend getaways. Proud members of the Wolfsburg Crest Club and winners of the 2024 Consumer Satisfaction Award. Start your adventure today at Volkswagen of Duluth.
Cirrus is hiring technicians to finish the exterior of our aircraft. Located in state-of-the-art facilities, this fast-paced position comes with a $3,000 sign-on bonus, competitive pay, and excellent benefits. Apply today at cirrusaircraft.com/careers.
Better begins with the way we see each other. Better begins with the way we treat each other. Better begins with the way we care for each other. Better begins at Aspirus Health. Bringing out the better in all of us.
Experimental technicians at Cirrus do more than build. They innovate what's next in aviation. Cirrus is hiring now with competitive pay, great benefits, and a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Apply today at cirrusaircraft.com/careers.
Better begins with the way we see each other. Better begins with the way we treat each other. Better begins with the way we care for each other. Better begins at Aspirus Health, bringing out the better in all of us.
Experimental technicians at Cirrus do more than build. They innovate what's next in aviation. Cirrus is hiring now with competitive pay, great benefits, and a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Apply today at cirrusaircraft.com/careers.
At Volkswagen of Duluth, we do things differently. Our no-commission sales team helps you find the perfect fit, pressure-free. With transparent video maintenance, you'll always know what your vehicle needs. The all-electric VW Buzz brings retro style with modern tech, while the 2025 Taos is perfect for city streets and weekend getaways. Proud members of the Wolfsburg Crest Club and winners of the 2024 Consumer Satisfaction Award. Start your adventure today at Volkswagen of Duluth.
Cirrus is hiring technicians to finish the exterior of our aircraft. Located in state-of-the-art facilities, this fast-paced position comes with a $3,000 sign-on bonus, competitive pay, and excellent benefits. Apply today at cirrusaircraft.com/careers.
Better begins with the way we see each other. Better begins with the way we treat each other. Better begins with the way we care for each other. Better begins at Aspirus Health, bringing out the better in all of us.
Experimental technicians at Cirrus do more than build. They innovate what's next in aviation. Cirrus is hiring now with competitive pay, great benefits, and a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Apply today at cirrusaircraft.com/careers.
At Volkswagen of Duluth, we do things differently. Our no-commission sales team helps you find the perfect fit, pressure-free. With transparent video maintenance, you'll always know what your vehicle needs. The all-electric VW Buzz brings retro style with modern tech, while the 2025 Taos is perfect for city streets and weekend getaways. Proud members of the Wolfsburg Crest Club and winners of the 2024 Consumer Satisfaction Award. Start your adventure today at Volkswagen of Duluth.
Cirrus is hiring technicians to finish the exterior of our aircraft. Located in state-of-the-art facilities, this fast-paced position comes with a $3,000 sign-on bonus, competitive pay, and excellent benefits. Apply today at cirrusaircraft.com/careers.
Matt Johnson, Coach Joe Mooney back here at Superior Choice Credit Union Stadium, getting ready for the start of the second half of this contest between the Blue Greens of Duluth FC and Sioux Falls Thunder FC here on the iFan Sports Network. First time I think that the Blue Greens have been on iFan in quite a few years. I think at the very beginning iFan was involved in the broadcast of Duluth FC soccer, then took a few years off, and now we're back on
Matt, I love
the iFan
iFan.
Sports Network. Yeah. Longtime friends of ours, for sure.
Absolutely.
Known them for many, many years, Craig Morrissey and company. And we are getting ready, like I said, for the second half. Quick reminder, by the way, the next regular season NPSL match for Duluth FC will be the regular season home finale against Siouxland United, the team that's in second place behind the Blue Greens in the NPSL North Conference standings. That'll be on Wednesday, July 2nd, by the way. Right here at Superior Choice Credit Union Stadium, 7 p.m. The opening kick, 6:45 the pregame with yours truly and Coach Mooney. We'll see what kind of adjustments are made here in the second half, Coach. Interesting first half, to say the least. Early red card on Juan Sereno. Duluth FC playing 10 on 11 for the bulk of that first half, yet dominating the possession, dominating the chances. Yet we play on in a scoreless draw here as we're getting ready to begin the second 45 minutes here in Superior.
Matt talked to a couple people at halftime. It sounds like the call was last man back and denying of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity, which would be a red card. Also confirmed he was not the last man back. Plenty of other bodies there that could have made that play, and so it goes down as, again, just quite the bizarre call.
Yes, indeed. As we begin the second half here, we'll see, like I said, what kind of adjustments are made each way here. I'm surprised that Sioux Falls was as cautious as they were after going up a man. Duluth FC is also quite cautious, but understandably so with 10 men. Although the Blue Greens, like I said, created the bulk of the scoring opportunities in that first half. We'll see if Sioux Falls now trying to get one back the other direction. And here's a long shot skipping in on goal. And it'll be grabbed there by Paredes, who...
Matt, I think that goes down as the first shot
save,
on goal.
Yeah, that's the first save for Paredes tonight. He comes in the 46th minute here. Great crowd here, by the way. Not a lot of seats to be had. Very, very good turnout here on this Saturday night as the lights have come on here at Superior Choice Credit Union Stadium. In the 47th minute now, Mark Donaldson for the Blue Greens will send it right side. Now here's Miranda. Teddy Miranda playing it over the top. Felipe Oliveira getting a shot away, and he leaves it wide.
And again, Matt, just a lot of different looks here for Duluth. They've tried Felipe over the top a couple times. They've worked it through the middle. They've worked it on either channel. And again, I like to see a lot of variability in the way that they attack, sequence to sequence, and we've certainly seen that from Duluth in the first half and right away again here in the second half.
So Simon Woods now here for the Thunder, coming back in the middle.
Matt, speaking with the administration at Duluth FC, I know that there were some concerns, when they go over the bridge, will they get the same kind of crowd out there? And obviously the first trial run here tonight on Grandma's weekend, you wonder, will everybody be down at the tents? Will everybody be kind of consumed with that event? And, man, I think it's answered a lot of the questions for the folks at Duluth FC.
Here's Nick North now. Donaldson out muscling him for the ball, far side. Now playing that ball forward.
Yeah, I guess I don't know what the official attendance numbers are, Matt, but I looked down there. I really think
quite a few hundred.
It's matched just about any other home game for Duluth so far this year.
Donaldson now with the left foot, putting it back toward midfield. Colin Burke.
Matt, they really did state-of-the-art on everything on this field. You'll see as the lights come on here, really hard to see the shadows on the field. The ball won't have much of a shadow. Like I said, the lights technology is the best that you'll find.
Gabriel Lima getting that shot away. Scooped up by Paredes again. So Sioux Falls already more aggressive here in this first couple minutes of the second half than they were the entire first half. As Tabo Malala now will go to the far side of the field. Vergara now. Going outside now for Tyler Guerrero. Guerrero on the left foot here for the Blue Greens. Back for Vergara. Good partnership between those two. They both play for Oklahoma Wesleyan in a IA school. And they have great chemistry between the two of them. We talked about that throughout the season as this ball now through the middle. Tobias Gerber. Duluth FC hasn't made any changes as of yet. That ball forward. Now Magaleas. And taken off of his foot. This one popped over the top. Now Vergara. Nick North now pestering him. And he'll play it back now for Donaldson. Duluth FC now will look to switch.
Now it looks like a couple players for Duluth FC just starting to get warmed up, starting to get loose over on the far side.
Peter Pearson amongst them.
Yeah. I can't tell. Is that Ruiz over on the far side with him, or
might be Alexis Santa Maria.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
who's been playing a lot lately. And now we're going to have a holding foul here called on Trace Dobson. It'll be a free kick here for the Blue Greens.
Matt, I wasn't able to get a number on everybody that got a yellow card for Sioux Falls in the first half, but obviously a number of them playing in the back line on a card.
Ball to the far side there. Mason Koch, who has one of those yellow cards, coming forward, and that one tackled away now by Guerrero. Throw coming in now, going back are the Thunder. Here's Simon Woods now. Far side now, Colin Burke. Burke angling a ball over the top. That's to nobody in particular. And it'll be grabbed here and played on the turf here by Alex Paredes. Near side now it's Miranda. Teddy Miranda now with the long ball. One headed down the other direction. Koch now. And that ball well out of play. It'll be a throw now for the Blue Greens. Guerrero looks like he'll take it rather quickly here for Malala.
Confirmation from Pat Sterner, Matt. Hooper, Dobson, and Koch all on yellow cards for Sioux Falls.
Miss hit there from Liam Pritchard. Now Malala intercepting that ball through the middle. Now popping it up in the air. Here's Guerrero against Trace Dobson. Stepping through. And now the Thunder will go back. Colin Burke now. And now they'll go back for Aymar Aramendia. Now Miranda putting the press on Woods. Now here's a turnover as Gerber picks it off, takes it near the 18, and that one will all go out of play, and they're going to call a foul here on Gerber.
Yeah, and actually I wonder if Gerber goes down on the original foul that happened on the takeover, if maybe there's a card brandished at that point too, because it would have been a tactical foul. He fought his way through it, but it certainly impacted the play. Matt, with those yellow cards, I'm sure that was part of the halftime talk from Coach Pozzo. Who's on a card, and if you get isolated in those situations to try to go 1v1. Trace Dobson being one of them who was isolated there at the end of that sequence, Matt. You just kind of see the green light for guys to go 1v1 in those situations. It looks like, sorry, go ahead.
Yep, that's Guerrero now from Malala. You were saying, Coach?
Oh, it looks like they are going to pull two subs. I think you're right. I think that is Santa Maria on the far side and Peter Pearson. Both, I would suspect, will enter into the midfield.
Pritchard now. Liam Pritchard now surrounded by Sioux Falls players, goes all the way back. Now it's Donaldson.
The other one that I would suspect will come at some point, Matt.
Vergara's ball over the top, looking for Miranda. Popped into the air, now headed up the middle. Gerber will win the race to that one. Now outside. Liam Pritchard now cutting inside. Malala. And trying to turn with it was Miranda, but overshot him with the pass, and it will be a goal kick now coming up. And that'll allow for the substitutions as Santa Maria and Peter Pearson will enter the game here for Duluth FC. First substitutions here for the Blue Greens in the 55th minute of a scoreless draw here.
Matt, I was about to say, the other guy that may come is probably going to be Felipe Oliveira. Just a lot of miles for him. He went from essentially being surrounded with with midfielders that could come up and help him push past lines, but he's had to do a lot of the work on his own, and you could tell just needed a refresh in the legs there. And so now it'll be Liam Pritchard going into the center of the park or into the number 9 role.
It's actually Alex Ruiz that'll come in. Santa Maria is also on the bench.
So, Matt, I was right originally.
You were right originally. It's hard to tell from this distance. Santa Maria and...
Hard to think I got one right.
Santa Maria, by the way, and Ruiz look somewhat similar. Similar hairstyles as well, so it's hard. Similar builds.
Similar build, similar height to them, yeah. And there's some similarities in their play, too, Matt.
There is indeed. Ruiz very good on the left foot, by the way. He's playing on the right side right now. Here is Alex Ruiz. They have a Valencia, Spain. All angling ball here to the far side, over the top of Guerrero. Not a bad idea from Donaldson. Trying to go to that far side with that one. But Ruiz also a threat on the wing, and he's quite pacey as well. So Duluth FC adding a bit more pace to the lineup now. You have, like you said, Liam Pritchard now playing that target number 9, and now you have Ruiz playing on that right side. Now here's Miranda. The aforementioned Ruiz will run onto this one. Crosses it back post and overcooked it. See him probably cut in maybe toward the 18. He can score from out there. We've seen him do it a couple times. Scored a long-range goal against St. Croix Legends in the Minnesota Super Cup earlier in the year, did it? Alex Ruiz.
Yeah, Matt, I love the move to put Ruiz in there. Again, a lot of the damage has been done in the channels. You put Pritchard in to the number 9 role. You allow him to run in behind and just be that striker-type player. But you don't lose any kind of ability in the channel when you put a guy like Alex Ruiz in.
Miranda now playing it over the top. Looking for Pritchard. Now Woods. Miranda.
Well done there from Teddy.
Ruiz now heading it down. Now Magalhaes. Pritchard trying to step in, and he'll draw a corner kick. Out off of the right foot of Talon Dobson, and it'll be a corner kick, right side flag here.
We'll sub here for Sioux Falls.
Yeah, their first of the match comes in the 58th minute here.
I always hate to sub on a defensive corner kick, Matt.
And looks like...
I think that's Lima coming out.
Yeah, Gabriel Lima is going to take his time leaving the pitch here, it looks like. In the meantime, like I said, corner kick near side flag. A couple of blue-green standing over it. Ruiz on the left foot. Miranda on the right foot. I think it would be an in-swinger now from Ruiz with that left foot of his.
I think that was Midori Kawa, if I'm saying that right, Matt. Entering the match, number 2.
Blue Greens will play it short. Ruiz chipping it back post. And coming for it now is Aramendia. Peter Pearson was waiting for it to drop there, but it never came, and Aramendia off of his line able to grab that one. A little bit too close to the Sioux Falls keeper, and now he'll hold on to it here and wait for his teammates to get forward here.
I'd love to see Peter Pearson score with a crashing header, Matt. All 5'8" of them.
If he's that tall, I'm not even sure he's 5'8".
We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He's earned it.
Near side now, it's Simon Woods. Talon Dobson. And Duluth FC actually in that first half pressed more than Sioux Falls did, despite being down a man. And that shows, like you said, some of the confidence that the Blue Greens have in their. Here's Nick North now trying to play it through. Now Dobson. Mark Dobson for Duluth FC, angling ball. Right in the chest of Simon Woods. Woods brought down. Now here's Ruiz. And now he gets chopped. Yeah, the team captain, that's Trace Dobson. And
Matt, he's on a yellow.
Very close.
I don't think Dobson has any more fouls in him like that, Matt. I think the next one has to be another yellow card.
60th minute here. Scoreless between the Blue Greens and Sioux Falls. Now here is Guerrero. And a foul going to be called there against Koch. He's also on a yellow card, number 23 in white. And we'll have a free kick now coming up here for Colin Burke.
Yeah, and again, Matt, Duluth needs to keep attacking those 1v1s with those players on cards.
Yeah, see if they can lure a second yellow.
If it goes 10v10 now, Matt, I think you take a lot of advantage of it. If you keep waiting, if it goes 10v10 later in the game, you lose some of that advantage. As you play down a man for longer and longer, again, your legs start to tire out a little bit faster.
Armendia's ball to the far side, headed out of play by Guerrero. It'll be a throw now coming up here for the Thunder. And that'll be a throw now for the Blue Greens. Vergara now. Donaldson for Duluth FC. Back outside Vergara.
Sioux Falls is showing a little bit more life in their press, Matt. They're still not committing a lot of numbers forward.
No, they're content to let Duluth FC play out of the back, it appears. In the meantime, now Ruiz. Gerber, near side now. Miranda now. Ruiz. Playing it on the angle. Trying to get there first. Miranda. And Woods able to intercept. Here's Trace Dobson now. Now Duluth FC with a bit of a press. Ball over the top. And another turnover here. Woodlands have pressed well here so far despite being down a man.
Woods did a good job there defensively, Matt, just to put the shoulder into Miranda. It wasn't enough to get him off the ball, but it was enough to kind of change his angle toward it.
And now Trace Dobson going to give way here. Probably a smart move here for the Thunder to get him off the pitch.
Yeah, like I said, Matt, I think he was probably one more tackle away, errant tackle away from a second yellow card. You can see Sioux Falls, obviously the game plan, Matt, is really just to get a point out of this.
Yeah, they're playing everybody behind despite being up a man. You don't see that very often for a team that has a man advantage here. They're certainly not taking too many chances.
No, and they've switched from that 3-5-2 that we saw in the first half to it's more of a 3-6-1 or even a
Pearson now.
Like a 5-4-1, Matt.
To the far side now. Ruiz, Pearson, Miranda. Miranda's ball in.
Great
Flicked
ball
up
from
in
Miranda.
the air. And Aramendia now will grab it.
Needed just another 3 inches of height there, Matt, and Pritchard was certainly ready and willing on the other side of it.
Aramendia now giving it a ride toward midfield. Now headed back. Donaldson hasn't been settled as of yet. Now in the middle. A.J. Bowman. Pass easily picked off there by Ruiz. Now he'll send Liam Pritchard on his way far wing. Liam Pritchard into the 18. Rick Pritchard trying to take it in deep. And I think he just ran out of real estate.
Yeah, just past the byline there, Matt. Enough to make it exciting, though.
Yeah, if you had gotten that touch toward Magalhaes, who was coming in on the weak side, just one touch earlier, he would have had a really good chance on goal.
There again, Matt, you just see the amount of skill that Pritchard can bring, and that with that deadly combination with his pace.
And Miranda will go all the way back now. Here is Paredes for Vergara, far side. Duluth FC, much as they did in the first half, dominating possession here in the second half.
Matt Donaldson and Miranda have really formed a nice partnership there on the right side defensively.
And this one just out of the reach there of Pritchard. He would have had a good look there, a good chance to go forward. And that ball connected. In the meantime, now here's Gerber. Fancy move now. Inside out. And a foul going to be called here on the Thunder. It's going to be called on Midorikawa, I think, or perhaps even Colin Burke. Either way, it's a free kick here for Duluth FC in the 66th minute.
Yeah, I think the call was on Burke there, Matt. And good piece of officiating there. Originally, I think was going to let the play go on as Gerber had actually beaten him. But as soon as the second defender came in, the ref makes the call and see what Duluth opts to do here. Again, they don't have a lot of ball winners in the game right now. Ironically, the best ball winner probably would have been Serrano.
Yeah. Maybe Guerrero, maybe Vergara. They've tried to get it.
Yeah, Vergara. We've said that he can play bigger than his frame may let on.
Ruiz now. Chip it over the top. Now back for Pearson. Pritchard now. Serving it up back post. Coming forward now, Aramendia, and he'll punch it out for Duluth FC. Corner kick, far side.
Bit of hesitation there from Aramendia. Got the touch on it at the end.
Taking it quickly now. Here's Ruiz. Magalhaes. Alex Ruiz. Outside the boot. In, and wow.
Oh, man, I thought he had beat him there.
Yeah, that
good
was
reaction
close
from Aramendia. Matt, that's 2 or 3 times now on corner kicks that Duluth's been able to go short, and Sioux Falls has been kind of asleep where they're a man up. They really should have a second player out to meet some of those short corners.
Now here's Ruiz, near side flag this time. In swinger with the left foot.
Pritchard is floating alone on about 25 yards out right now, Matt, too.
He is indeed. Bending ball back post, and that one fumbled by Aramendia momentarily, and then now finally he smothers it. But another substitution, by the way, for the Thunder. Eric Beltran has come in now, number 7 in white. As this ball now back the other way. Here's Guerrero measuring it on the head ball. Pearson heading it forward. And coming, Aramendia, a little late coming off of his line, and that forced Burke to just play it away. Quick throw comes in now, Miranda. Teddy Miranda now stepping inside. Miranda, back now, Gerber. Far side now, Tyler Guerrero. Guerrero now, a couple of head fakes there, now takes it wide. Crossing it in, Pritchard trying to bring it down. And now it'll be cleared back toward midfield. Donaldson now. McNorth going back. Now Donaldson off the intercept. Miranda. And now that ball out of play.
Matt, that's twice for Miranda where he's taken the ball central, and there's been an overlap that has come from the space that he vacated as he went central. I just want him to look back over his back shoulder to see the overlap that's come from the space he's given. That time it was Reese who had made the overlap. Earlier it was Pritchard.
Magalhaes crossing now by Guerrero. Gets through the 6. And trying to keep it in there was Ruiz. It'll go out of play. And that's where lacking that extra man hurts you, because
there's not that second forward, Matt.
That second forward coming in.
We saw that a couple times in the first half where the first forward, so Felipe had put pressure on the back line, and you're waiting for that number 10 to step up and put that secondary pressure or essentially fill that hole. And Sioux Falls kind of had a free out through the center of the field.
Now here's Pearson off the steal.
Great step from Peter Pearson there, huh?
Here is Magalhaes now. And now he gets stripped up, and we'll have a Another throw here for the Blue Greens. By the way, Kyle Gomez is warming up over there for the Blue Greens, looking like he's getting final instructions from Tomas Pazzo. You know, he can hit one from distance as well, so that might be another dimension here that the Blue Greens will add in a few moments. In the meantime, here's Ruiz, near side.
Matt, and I think of Gomez as really kind of that game breaker type of player. He comes off as every once in a while as a bit unorthodox, but he makes things happen. He's a nightmare to try to defend.
Here's Ruiz coming inside, trying to get a shot away. That one knocked down by traffic. Now Pearson will head it wide. Vergara. Guerrero. And a little too fancy there, perhaps. Might have been better served going back. In the meantime, though, Gomez is going to come in. And we'll see who he actually enters for here.
Yeah, I think he's on for Joao.
Now Magalhaes is going to come off. Good performance, though, from him. We've seen that a lot from Joao Magalhaes this season. Now Pearson. Near side now Ruiz. Popping it in the air for Miranda. And Miranda gets clipped by Woods. Weak play on.
Tackle there from Peter Pearson.
Duluth FC just winning a lot of battles.
Yeah, Matt, we've talked at length about Peter Pearson, but I'll just bring up how every time he's in the game, anytime the ball finds its way into his pocket, it's instantly solved. He does a really good job to get himself out of pressure.
Teddy Miranda now near side. Here's Pearson. Touching it on now. Here's Ruiz. Ruiz. And to send it forward for Pritchard. That one broken up. Now Nick North. Skipping away. He has Beltran with him. North now coming inside. Has it poked away from behind. And now Duluth FC.
That was Pearson on the recovery run, Matt.
Here comes Gomez. His first touch since entering the game. Now he's being pestered over there, and we're going to have a foul called against A.J. Bowman. It'll be a free kick for the Blue Greens. 72nd minute.
Duluth will try to get this down quickly, I'm sure, and get it back into play.
Yeah, they did that indeed with Guerrero. Now for Gomez. Back for Guerrero. Tyler Guerrero. Liam Pritchard. Touching it on now. Here's Ruiz. Miranda. Crossing one in over the top. Guerrero will run it down. Kyle Gomez now. Vergara. Pearson. Ruiz back for Pearson. Ruiz now in the middle. Miranda. Low-driven cross into the middle. Nobody there.
Just a near miss there, Matt.
Midorikawa trying to clear it wide. Pearson. Switching the field again. Teddy Miranda. As Gerber making the run. Said he comes in the middle. Now Miranda. Gerber. Miranda. Kyle Gomez. Turning and having a look. Now it's Gerber. Tobias Gerber still going.
Well done from Gerber there.
Floating across, back post. And now Koch just trying to clear it away from danger. Back for Pearson.
Matt, I love to see this too. So Peter Pearson is taking up almost like that secondary center back role, and what it's done is it's allowed Vergara to get forward, and now you've got somebody that does have some of that heading quality that can get on the end of some of these crossed balls.
Kyle Gomez. Near side now Gerber. Outside now Miranda. Miranda now crossing it, back post, rising up. Vergara gets a head down, and the save is made by Aramendia.
Right on cue, Matt.
Guerrero. Vergara with the head ball in on goal, and Aramendia will smother that one.
I think the next 16 minutes is going to be a bit of a finishing session for Luis Vergara here, Matt.
Yeah, he got a really good look at that one. Aramendia had to be sharp.
Yeah. And now he returns to the center back position, allows Pearson to get forward again. But I would have guessed that as Duluth sees more and more possession in some of these late sequences, Matt, they'll allow Vergara to get forward again.
This ball over the top. Donaldson winning it down. Miranda. Ruiz. Miranda still on the run here. Now Ruiz trying to catch it through. Thunder getting a little bit ragged here, it looks like. As here's North now.
Well done from Gerber there, not to foul. Really smartly played there from Gerber.
Yep, and that's the right call. That would have been a foul on North. And gave Gerber a full swing with the arm on that one, and Gerber getting up. Just got beat to the spot.
Yeah, and it's, Matt, again, these are some of the frustration fouls that, again, if you're going to call a tight game, you're going to give a red card 4 minutes into the game, you probably need to look at these situations and give out cards. Because the advantage gained there, Matt, it's not just about, the foul and disrupting the play, but it's also about the time that's being taken off the clock now. And
Yep. And Gerber right now limping pretty heavily on that left ankle. And we'll see if Duluth FC elects to make a substitution now for Gerber. He's played well tonight. Actually, you'd be hard-pressed to find a blue-green who hasn't played well tonight, Coach. Just about everybody has played very well here tonight on this
absolutely
debut at Spirit Choice Credit Union Stadium. And there is a blue-green across the way that's shutting his warm-up. I'm not sure who it is from this distance. I don't have binoculars, so I can't really tell who it is, but this may be Alexis Santa Maria that comes in. They played a similar position to Gerber and Santa Maria. And now Gerber up, and looks like he's going to walk off. And
yeah, but again, Matt, it took 2.5 minutes off the clock, and that's where, again, I just think it's a frustration foul, and a card needs to be given.
Duluth FC Coach Liam, or coach, he's kind of a coach on the field, I suppose. Liam Pritchard, captain of the Blue Greens, calling some teammates forward, and now Gerber is going to check out.
Yeah, and Matt, you said it. I think Gerber had a really nice night tonight. Probably not a bad idea anyways, just to get fresh legs on. But you think about the 77 minutes that he's put into the game, and it's been a real quality effort on his part.
It has indeed. As the throw comes in now, and that's immediately turned over. It is Santa Maria, by the way, who's come in, number 6 in black. Santa Maria, by the way, good in the air. So that is something we will keep an eye on as well. Scored a headed goal in the Twin Ports Derby last time out when he was in there against Superior City FC. That was a game that was played over at Walt Hunting Stadium. Here's Gomez now. Far side, Guerrero, Gomez, lifting a ball into the 18, cleared up the middle. Now Pearson starts stepping his way around. Nifty footwork there from the former pro, Peter Pearson. Now Vergara.
Man, we haven't really seen Pearson hit a ball yet this summer, have we?
We have not. Had a couple opportunities tonight. I think he's.
I was getting excited. I thought he was going to unleash one there.
Vergara now on the far side, and it'll be a corner kick. 79th minute, still plenty of time here. As Pritchard runs over to the far side, he will have a corner kick here now for Duluth FC. And swinger from the captain, Pritchard.
He was testing the goalkeeper, Matt.
Yeah, he bent it over the top, right on top of the goal, and it'll be a goal kick here coming up. Aramendia now playing it short. All up the middle. It's gets by Midorikawa, and now here comes Duluth FC again. Miranda. Interesting how much defending that the Thunder have had to do here. Look at the possession stats. I'm thinking it's about 65% in favor of Duluth FC. In the meantime, ball now near side here is Pritchard.
Well done for Miranda to win that back, Matt. Those are some of the must-win battles throughout a game like this.
Ruiz now coming forward, and now this one will be cleared. Far side, Vergara.
Well done from Vergara. Just a little bit of a knock to the back.
Now here's Pearson.
It's all those little nuances in his game, Matt, that are so fun to watch with Vergara.
Vergara now for Duluth FC on the left foot, taking his time here. The Blue Greens try to draw the Thunder out a little bit. I think they're going to keep that back line, though, pretty deep. Pearson now. Gomez turns, gets a shot away, and the save is made by Aramendia.
Good save.
And now Woods runs out of room. We know Gomez can hit it with that left foot.
Yeah, and he struck that one pretty sweetly, Matt. Need
Now
numbers
Miranda.
here.
Through the middle, and there's a head ball over the top and out of play. That was Santa Maria coming down the middle.
Yeah, Miranda just waiting there for somebody else to make the run. Santa Maria finally saw the cue and got forward, but by the time Teddy was able to deliver, just with having to take that extra touch, just kind of outrun it a little bit.
No, long ball over the top. Yeah, it looks like the Thunder are going to play for a point here. Again, very interesting that they decided to do that despite being up a man. In fact, if you had to guess, you would think that Duluth FC was the team with the extra man, the way that this game has been played.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's been kind of a strange game in that regard, Coach. Now on the outside, Gomez. Guerrero crossing one in. Getting through everybody. Nobody on the weak side. That's where that extra man would be.
Yep.
And now Midorikawa. Setting it outside, running back now Guerrero. So athletic on the wing. That's one of the things about Tyler Guerrero that we've noticed this season, Coach. He runs like a gazelle.
Yeah, Matt, he closes space so incredibly well.
Tall, lanky defender, about 6'3". And very skillful with his feet.
Absolutely.
Had 7 assists this past year for Oklahoma Wesleyan, his college team, and you can see why, because he can create some havoc with that left foot on the wing. Here's Pritchard now. A little tangled up there for Vergara, who tried to come forward. Now Pearson dropping to take his spot. And that's one of the things the Blue Greens have done really well, Coach. Running forward and then checking back. They've had guys doing that all night long. Donaldson, meanwhile, has been very clean in the back. Now here's Gomez. Kyle Gomez stepping inside. Kyle Gomez still on the go here. Gomez coming in at an angle. Through the middle! Shot attempt is up. And the Thunder cleared back up. Ruiz now.
Great look there, Matt. How well did Kyle Gomez do to get through that space?
Now Guerrero is crossed to flex.
That's some of that game-breaking ability that we talked about.
And that one will go out of the stadium. There'll be a throw here coming up. And now Sioux Falls is going to make another substitution here. They're just hanging on right now out of the Thunder.
I think that's Koch coming out of the game, Matt, number
That
23.
is. He was one of the guys on the yellow card.
35 coming in.
Charles Sadie is the new player here for Sioux Falls as Koch comes out. Throw coming up now, far side. Tyler Guerrero in the middle, bounding up the middle. Now Santa Maria turns and gets a hit. There's the ball loose,
offside.
and offside now was Liam Pritchard.
Yeah, Pritchard just didn't quite get back onside as the ball released back out to the 18.
Mendia's free kick. Vergara winning it in the air, now headed forward. Vergara again. Now Donaldson.
Matt, credit to Aramendia. I don't think he's handled everything as cleanly as he's wanted to tonight. There's been a couple bobbled balls, but on some of those big shots, he's really come up in a massive way for Sioux Falls and kept them in this game.
He's been their best player tonight by far.
Yeah, I would agree.
Now here's Guerrero taking it wide. Guerrero crossing it in. Headed up the middle. Bringing it down now. And Pritchard turns and gets a shot away. That one hits traffic.
I think that was going on frame, Matt.
Now here's Sadie.
Yeah, that'll be a card.
And that'll be the first yellow card against the Blue Greens. That one against Santa Maria.
Matt, I don't mind the foul. I don't mind kind of going a little bit extra effort, but I think in the dying minutes of the game, every time you foul now, every time there's a card, now you've got a player down on the ground too. Like it's just taking seconds away from your team, and so I think Duluth just needs to be really smart here in the last 4.5 minutes plus stoppage, and really try to keep the ball in play as much as they can.
We're going to have a significant amount of added time here, I think. Pritchard coming over now to get some water. Now I think he's going to check in also with Coach Pazzo on the far side. If this remains this way, it would be the Blue Greens' third draw of the season. Still just the one loss, and that was the second of the back-to-backs in extra time against Siouxland United. And that winning goal for the Outlaws came in the 92nd minute. This is game number 11 for Duluth FC. 7 victories, 1 loss, and 2 draws coming into the day. 5-1-1 in the MPSL North.
It's hard to believe we're already 11 games in, Matt.
Yeah, it is. 87th minute, like I said, there'll be significant stoppage time added here at the end, so we've probably got about 7 minutes or so left, I would say, of game time. In the meantime, now Aramendia will give it a long ride far side. Guerrero volleying it forward. Now Pearson.
Great touch from Peter Pearson there, huh? Yeah, and that's another one. Again, Santa Maria's we don't need a foul there, Matt.
Yeah. Just trying to hustle back, I think, trying to make a play on it, but.
Yeah, but, really, Sioux Falls hasn't shown much going forward in this half, and so I think you don't foul there. You allow the play to continue. Rather than, trying to win the ball so heavily there, give it 5 seconds, 10 seconds, win the ball back then, rather than taking 25 seconds off the clock with the foul.
Well, hit over the top. Ruiz now in between a couple of players. And this one will be tackled out. It'll be a Duluth FC throw. 88th minute now. So probably about 6 minutes or so of gameplay left. Pearson, Miranda. Teddy Miranda running around a couple of players. Teddy Miranda now trying to play it around Woods. And now they'll just play it out here. Ran out the throw. Vergara coming forward.
So he's going to try to go big here, Matt.
Yep, looks like Ruiz is also entering the box. The Blue Greens right now with 6 players around the 18. And the throw is well short. Pearson back outside Miranda. Miranda now. Ruiz. Alex Ruiz clipping it in. Here is Liam Pritchard. Pritchard.
Just a near miss there, going back out to Ruiz.
Pearson.
Well done from Peter Pearson there to win it back.
Now
this is the kind of play that they need, Matt.
Donaldson. And his angling ball just a little too tall there. As we're about to enter the 90th minute here. And if you're Duluth FC, and like I said, it stays this way, you're going to feel hard done by the referee. I don't think there's any question about that.
Yeah, to play down a man, Matt, for 86 minutes and
So,
change.
Yeah, and control the game down a man is. So that'll be a topic of conversation you can bet after the game is over. Another foul called, this one on Beltran. Another long-time Sioux Falls player, Eric Beltran.
Yeah, we've said his name a couple times throughout the years, huh, Matt?
They have, yeah. He scored against Siouxland United the last time out for the Thunder. Santa Maria's ball now, and that's going to run long.
Yeah, they need to work the ball up a little bit more, Matt. I mean, what I was just trying to say is that it was good play from Duluth for a couple of sequences, getting a chance on every sequence and then immediately winning the ball back. But to go a long diag like that, that's going to be too narrow in the end. They just need to take better care of the ball.
Interesting that they're keeping Vergara now up top, Coach. They're going to drop. It looks like Santa Maria back a little bit. Vergara right now, the last man walking back. Pearson now. And to head it down, now Gomez. Kyle Gomez. His pass picked off by the aforementioned Beltran. As we're now officially into extra time. Expect about 3-4 minutes worth of it as Donaldson now runs out of room near side. Throw coming up here now. Here's Talon Dobson. And now Sioux Falls is going to make a strategic substitution here, just trying to kill the game. Tom Hooper is going to be one to come off.
Yeah, and he'll take his time, obviously. Matt, what do you think? About 5 minutes of extra time?
4 or 5, I would think. I usually base it on about 3 minutes. It's kind of a standard number, is what I found. And unless it's a World Cup year, and then it's about 15 minutes in some games. As Beltran dribbles that one out of play. Throw coming up here for the Blue Greens. Donaldson. Santa Maria. Guerrero. Gomez. Now Guerrero. Gomez again. Gomez getting through. Guerrero.
Oh, Matt,
Gomez.
that's a foul.
Yeah.
That'll be a card, too. Dangerous spot.
Yeah, and that's a yellow card just outside the box. Sioux Falls playing with a little fire here. See who stands over this one. Looks like Pritchard on the right foot. Ruiz on the left foot.
Yeah, I think they're going to really send just about everybody in, Matt. Just keep Donaldson and Paredes back. There'll be an in-swinger here from Liam Pritchard. Need to make sure you get at least one runner in the path of the goalkeeper.
Man marking 3 or 4 player wall now to the right of Aramendia. Shot comes in, up the middle. Ruiz getting a shot away, and that one deflects, and we'll have a corner kick now coming up.
A couple good opportunities there, Matt. We've seen Duluth do it before in the dying minutes of the game. If we have 5 minutes, we're about halfway there here, Matt. About 2.5 minutes into overtime, or sorry, injury time.
Pritchard lopping the ball in. Aramendia, and now they're going to call a foul on that, I guess.
Yeah, not sure what he saw there,
Yeah,
Matt.
I don't know either. There's been a few calls tonight that just
over 3 minutes into stoppage time here.
Aramendi giving it a ride forward. Headed wide, and it'll be out of play here. And it looks like Sioux Falls just trying to escape despite being up a man with a point here. I'm not quite sure what that says, but throw coming up here now as it goes out of play. Pearson outside now, Guerrero. Vergara up top. Pritchard wide. Here's Liam Pritchard now. Richard for the Blue Greens. And it should be a goal kick here, I think, for Aramendia. And we're going to have a yellow card here. Someone's going to be given a talon adoption, it appears. And now another time-wasting substitution here by Sioux Falls. That's Ryder Sievertson's going to try to come on here. He's going to come on for Beltran, who was a previous sub. Like I said, time-wasting of the highest order here by the Thunder.
Yeah,
well, another substitution here. Yeah, they're just trying to kill this as quickly as they can here.
We're past the 5-minute mark, Matt, here in extra time. I wouldn't suspect there's going to be a lot more.
Armenia giving it a ride. Gomez heading it down. Throw comes in now. Here's Donaldson. And there's some gamesmanship going on here now by Sioux Falls, just trying to waste as much time as they possibly can. Daniel Freitas, by the way, has come on. Take out the previous sub. Here's Miranda. Headed down far side now. Freitas. And here's Pearson. Now they're just winding it up and kicking it everywhere here. Paredes. Donaldson. Pearson. Now Gomez. Vergara. Kyle Gomez. Vergara again.
Oh,
what
man,
was that call?
I'm not sure what he called there.
My goodness, what kind of call? I'm not sure what he's looking at.
Yeah, that's really, really too bad.
Oh, and that guy also is sitting on a card. Donaldson now, sending it forward, brought down. And that'll do it. And Sioux Falls is literally going to escape with a point in this game, despite being outplayed and being up a man for 86 minutes of the game. Duluth FC, vast majority of possession, vast majority of opportunities. At the end of the day, it'll go down as a 0-0 draw, and the Blue Greens will go to 5-1-2 in the league. They now have 17 points. But a shame that the game got affected that way that it did early in the game, Coach. And if you're Duluth FC, like I said, dominated the game, still couldn't win, but, boy, you have to feel like you've been hard done by the refereeing tonight.
Yeah, Matt, it's unfortunate that has to be the storyline of the night. Obviously, it'd be really hard to fault anything that Duluth did. You're down a man, like we said, for 86 minutes and on a really bizarre call. And to be honest, I feel like not only was Duluth robbed, I feel like the fans, I feel a bit robbed right now just watching this one. And it would have been fun to see these two teams go 11v11. And that all said, it'll make it that much more interesting here in the final match of the regular season.
Well, indeed, Duluth FC still controlling their own destiny in this, playing the campaign. They, like I said, now 5-1-2 in the MPSL North, now sitting on 17 points, 7-1-3 in all their games so far this year. Meanwhile, Sioux Falls 3-5-1 now. They now have 10 points on the season. Up next now for Duluth FC, their next MPSL home match will be in a couple of weeks. Their next MPSL match period will be a week from tonight, Saturday, June 28th, taking on the Iowa Demon Hawks at the Mid-American Recplex down in Des Moines. That'll be a 7 p.m. opening kick. They'll be back here for the regular season home finale against Siouxland United on Wednesday, July 2nd, here at Superior Choice Credit Union Stadium. 7 p.m. the opening kick, 6:45 the pregame, and that looks like it's going to be a showdown between perhaps 1 and 2 with the regular season title on the line between those two. It's also, by the way, and there's a rumor going around, I have not been able to confirm it as of yet, but that Duluth FC will be playing that previously postponed Super Cup match against 1826 Academy on Monday here. I'm not quite sure whether that's true or not. You have to check DuluthFC.com to make sure that is the case. I have not seen anything that indicates that might be the case. But if it is, we'll be back here on Monday. But again, for more information on that and the possibility of that happening, I would go to DuluthFC.com to see if the Blue Greens will be taking on 1826 Academy in their second game of the Minnesota Super Cup. But kind of a bizarre game, Coach. Unfortunately, the Blue Greens, like I said, hard done tonight, and now they look forward to the coming weeks and the next 3 games here coming up before they end up heading off into the tournament at the end of the season. But final thoughts on this one before we go off the air for the night.
Yeah, Matt, again, I think a really good response from Duluth, and again, I think just hard done. I liked some of the tactical changes that they made. I liked some of the play that we saw. I think the last few minutes they left a little bit of meat on the bone, and that's just some, I think, just gamesmanship that they've got to sort out here going into playoffs. But really throughout the play, Matt, a fun group to watch tonight, and I do think that if they play that way the rest of the campaign, they've got a chance to make a deep run still.
So that's the story here as we go final in this one. Your final score here, Duluth FC nothing, and Sioux Falls Thunder nothing. And big thank you to everybody who tuned in to watch tonight. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast, and we hope you'll join us again for more Duluth FC soccer as the Blue Greens will be taking on 1826 Academy and Siouxland United here in the coming about 10 days or so. And I believe all those games will be on the iFan Sports Network as well. So stick with us with that. And with that, I will say goodnight. Big thank you to Joe Mooney. A big thank you also to our entire crew. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. So for Coach Joe Mooney, Craig Morrissey, and the rest of the iFan crew, this is Matt Johnson. One more time for the final score. Duluth FC and Sioux Falls scoreless here tonight. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be talking again soon. This was Duluth FC Soccer, brought to you by the iFan Sports Network.
Better begins with the way we see each other. Better begins with the way we treat each other. Better begins with the way we care for each other. Better begins at Aspirus Health, bringing out the better in all of us.
Experimental technicians at Cirrus do more than build. They innovate what's next in aviation. Cirrus is hiring now with competitive pay, great benefits, and a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Apply today at cirrusaircraft.com/careers.
At Volkswagen of Duluth, we do things differently. Our no-commission sales team helps you find the perfect fit, pressure-free. With transparent video maintenance, you'll always know what your vehicle needs. The all-electric VW Buzz brings retro style with modern tech, while the 2025 Taos is perfect for city streets and weekend getaways. Proud members of the Wolfsburg Crest Club and winners of the 2024 Consumer Satisfaction Award. Start your adventure today at Volkswagen of Duluth.
Cirrus is hiring technicians to finish the exterior of our aircraft. Located in state-of-the-art facilities, this fast-paced position comes with a $3,000 sign-on bonus, competitive pay, and excellent benefits. Apply today at cirrusaircraft.com/careers.